Sometimes the people we welcome into our homes, the people we feed, clothe, and trust, can become the very ones who destroy us. This is the painful story of a wife, a woman who gave shelter to a poor maid, only for that same maid to steal her husband and even carry his child. Stay with me, because this story will break your heart, but it will also show you the strength of a woman who refused to give up. I never imagined the day would come when the person I trusted most inside my home would become the very weapon that destroyed my marriage. It all began when I hired Ngozi, a 22-year-old village girl, to work as our maid. I pitied her when her aunt brought her to my house, saying she was struggling and needed a place to stay. I gave her food, clothes, and even allowed her to call me auntie. I treated her like a younger sister. My husband, Chike, wasn't the perfect man, but I believed we were building a home together. We had 2 children, and though times were tough, I tried to hold everything together. Ngozi was supposed to lighten my burden, but little did I know she was silently studying my every weakness. At first, I didn't notice. She was always smiling, always humble, always saying, "Auntie, don't worry, let me do it for you." I was grateful, but slowly I began to notice how she dressed when my husband was around. Her wrapper tied loosely, her blouse hanging low, bending unnecessarily in his presence. I confronted her once and she knelt down, crying, swearing she would never disrespect me. Foolishly, I forgave her. But soon I began to notice changes in Chike. He stayed out late, he avoided me in bed, and when he came home, his eyes would follow Ngozi more than they followed me. Still, I told myself I was overthinking. Until one night, I woke up around 2 a.m. and realized my husband wasn't beside me. I tiptoed to the sitting room. He wasn't there. My heart pounded as I moved toward the maid's room. And there it was. The door was slightly open, and inside, I saw my husband, my own husband, lying beside the girl I had taken in. The ground beneath me felt like it broke open. I wanted to scream, to drag her out, to slap him awake, but my voice failed me. Instead, tears poured down my face as I returned to my room, clutching my pillow to my chest like a wounded child. The next morning, I asked him directly, "Chike, are you sleeping with Ngozi?" And without shame, he said, "She is young. She respects me. Unlike you, always nagging, always tired. Ngozi gives me peace." Those words shattered me more than the act itself. 2 months later, the final blow came. Ngozi walked into the living room, her stomach beginning to swell, and boldly declared, "Auntie, I am carrying Oga's child." My world collapsed, the neighbors whispered. My in-laws mocked me. Even my children became confused, asking why their daddy now ate at the same table with the maid. I battled depression. Nights became endless rivers of tears. How do you fight a girl you once fed? How do you hate a man you once loved? But in the middle of my pain, something inside me shifted. I realized I had to rise, not for my husband, not for the maid, but for myself and my children. I stopped begging Chike for love. I stopped fighting Ngozi for respect. I focused on building myself. I started a small business. I poured my energy into my children. And slowly, people began to see me differently, stronger, braver. As for Ngozi, her beauty faded quickly under the weight of pregnancy and responsibility. My husband, who thought he found peace in her arms, discovered that peace without respect is just noise. The story is not about revenge. It is about survival, about finding strength in the middle of betrayal. Yes, my maid stole my husband, and now she's pregnant. But she did not steal my destiny, because I have learned a man can be taken, but a woman's true value can never be stolen. She lost her husband to her maid. She was betrayed, mocked, and left broken. But she found something greater, her own strength. Life may take away people, but it can never take away your destiny. Remember this lesson. A man can be stolen, but the value of a woman can never be stolen. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories.